I do like to show off that I can use chopsticks pretty well. I go on a date, I'll purposely go somewhere where you have to use chopsticks so that she realizes how cool and cultured I am. Subscribe to our YouTube if you're not. Please, please, please. It's very good. It's the best kept secret on YouTube.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a secret right now.
Yeah. Let's expose it.
Let's go.
Tell a friend. Fucking shout out to Aurora and Dayton, Ohio, by the way.
And last time I'm not sure when's the last time you done in Chicago, but I did all 3 Zadies clubs in one weekend, and I did it was the best weekend of my life, ticket sales wise.
Right.
That was like a year and a half ago or something, maybe a year ago. And that was also when life was much better. It was, we weren't all, this shit wasn't happening.
There was no pandemic. I was the same position in Springfield. I mean, and it's just, it's COVID, it's tight. So everyone that came, you're a fucking badass.
Which is, it was 99% listeners.
Yes. Which was a good feeling. I mean, during COVID, to get 60-some people together in a room, I mean, that's a fucking
at a venue, at a brand new venue that we never played or heard of. Yeah. Which, by the way, is an awesome place.
Most of the people that were at the show didn't even know that place existed.
The Piazza Inn is a dope spot. Like we had our show. Now, they had other stuff going. It's one of them buildings that's so big, right? So they had the line dancing going on upstairs, which I didn't even go see. I had no idea what the hell was going on up there. They just stopped doing line dancing when we started. And I got to do some old line dancing, kind of like not really bits, but just shit that I said before. I used to have a bit about line dancers, so I kind of did that.
Right.
And that stage was like a basketball court.
That stage was huge.
You give me one of those, and I'm like, dude, it's just, I'm gonna use the whole thing.
You know what's crazy is we were there Friday, and Saturday Led Zeppelin was on that stage. We opened for Led Zeppelin.
Now, it might have been a cover band, but that's not the point.
It was the real Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, the real Led Zeppelin was there. They've decided to skip arenas and theaters.
They don't do arenas and theaters anymore.
They just do smaller venues. Like, well, that place could probably.
That's the beautiful thing about rock and roll is, as you're an older band, like you can go see Led Zeppelin now at the Piazza.
But I do want you to know that it was a cover band, Todd. But you know what? If you're under the age of 50, you probably don't even know that. So you might not even realize that it's you could just think it's the real guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
A good quality cover band is hard to beat.
Is it a cover band?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm 1,000,000% certain.
Did you ask the manager?
Yeah. Oh. Because when he first said we got Led Zeppelin here tomorrow, I was like, I'm pretty sure you don't. But I just
figured it was like every other place, once you get a certain age as a band, you just got to change your venue.
I'm pretty sure Led Zeppelin isn't going to drop down. And listen, the venue's beautiful. It would be an honor to watch Led Zeppelin play there. But I think they're maxing out is 1,000 in that place on a good day, I would assume.
Yeah, so we opened for Led Zeppelin, the cover band. What do they add, an extra D and lead? How do they?
I think it's an extra Z and Zepp.
Yeah, God.
But it was a great.
Hopefully, we can work our way up to opening for Little Kiss.
Little Kiss. Now, listen, I don't want us to get our hopes up too high and kind of spoil our own, our own milk, if you will. And when I say if you will, a lot of times it's following something that I've never said, but I want to make it sound I want to double down on the dumbness by adding a strong smartness.
Yes. And I think you should. I mean, that just lets people know if you just missed what I said, then you better back it up and ask me to repeat it, because I just ended it, if you will. So if you're only halfway listening, if you hear if you will, ask me to repeat what was just said, because it's very fucking important.
And I'll repeat it.
Yeah. And then you'll end that with if you will again.
Now, if you will, I would like to speak about how about one of the coolest things I've ever happened to me after a show was the general manager having not only the room and the height, but actually having the boards in some decent regular bags to play cornhole after the show. I've never been more excited. And
they were good bags. I mean, good bags for a bar. Usually you get the shitty little ones, that have lost all their fucking beads or whatever they're stuffed with.
They had themselves a nice little setup, and we had a guy come in, and he was kind of a ringer.
He was good.
He had his money out, ready to rock.
Chris. His name was Chris.
I worked him over, though, for a little bit of cash.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, you and me, a quick 3-0. We're not going to take a. We're not going to take.
We're not going to lose
an L on our night of dubs.
No.
Then me and the other homie, he was pretty damn good. I'm going to give him credit. He was a very good cornhole player, and he could catch me. He could catch me, and he could have beat me. We got down to like a 17-18 type thing.
Yeah, it was tight.
Before I closed the hammer, I brought the hammer down. But it was awesome to play. We were 5-0 as a squad, or 6-0 or some shit like that. But that's neither here nor there.
That venue's the shit. Like, if you live anywhere around Aurora and you don't know that the Piazza exists, you got to get your ass over there. I mean, what a place to watch games. I mean, they have a wall of TVs. And when I say a wall, this is like the size of the wall.
Like a Vegas sports book.
It's the size of the wall that Trump was planning.
Exactly. I mean, it might have been higher.
Yeah.
I even think that there was some Latinos there. They were impressed by the size of the wall.
Yes.
Some Latinos from Mexico who have come across illegally a few times, as they had told me. And then when they saw that wall, they were like, wow.
And they were like, we would be for it if it was this wall, because look at the TVs. Mm-hmm. All of Mexico would be able to watch Monday Night Football.
Yeah, the whole
at the same
country.
time.
And that's a lot of people don't understand that they're coming over here sometimes just to watch 800-foot television.
Yeah.
Like, why not watch one that's actually twice as big as real life? Like, this is the whole stadium is actually in this TV.
I mean, you're not going to find that in Guadalajara.
You're not. Good luck finding that down there in Panama.
Maybe that's why if they really want this wall, maybe that's some of the things they should have come up with. Let's make it like we can show movies on their side of the wall.
Yeah.
So that they're not so upset by it being there, They could pull up their cars just like a drive-in theater, And then also, the Border Patrol people, I guess, that work there for both teams, would also have something to watch, because sometimes I'm sure it gets slow. People are always coming through your port of entry. You just turn around, boom. Hey, I can watch, Ghostbusters 3. Mm-hmm. I hadn't seen the female cast yet.
Over the top.
Yeah. Oh, show some
also,
old school
a lot
shit.
we have to also understand. I think there has to be a little bit of a little bit of a padded area from the Border Patrol to understand that they might also just be coming across our side to get popcorn.
True.
They might go right back over to their cars. They've got to move. They're watching. What was that movie I just said? Over the Top. They're watching Over the Top. It's Stallone in its prime.
Uh-huh. We're going to show Over the Top, but don't misconstrue the sign. We don't want you going over the top.
Yeah, that's just a movie.
You're just watching Over the Top.
Yeah. But if you do go over the top, it might just be for popcorn.
Yeah.
And it might be for jujus or whatever those little everybody mixes with the popcorn. Mm-hmm. I forgot the jellies, beans or whatever.
And no one's they're not going to want to climb the wall because they won't want to scratch the TV.
It's a nail biter, that movie also. So it's going to have a harder time because you're going to have less grip now going over because you bit off your nails because of that movie.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to cry a little bit when, it's a touching story between a father and a son. It's not just about arm wrestling.
It's about real life.
Yeah.
And that's what this movie and this wall represent.
I never thought about how the popcorn industry might explode if we did that. I mean, how many miles?
Nice play on words there.
Oh, yeah. It's really going to explode. How many miles is that border? Do we even know? It's probably
roughly around 3K.
Wow. 3,000 miles.
Well, you're going from fucking San Diego all the way down South Texas.
Yeah. That's a lot of TVs. I mean, that's a lot of coverage. And man, I think worth it.
A lot of TVs.
I think worth it.
And if you have been to the Piazza and then you find yourself at the border when these TVs are installed, it's going to be nostalgic for you.
I think so.
You're going to be like, wow, I'm having flashbacks from the Piazza.
Yeah, I think so.
Staff was awesome. Everybody was awesome there. The show was awesome. The crowd was awesome.
I can't wait to go back. They want us to come back after COVID goes away. And then we can really pack it.
Yeah, then everybody have to be scared.
Everybody remember what we're saying right now and lock that in your brain if you live anywhere close to Aurora, Illinois. Because when we come back, if you guys really pack it out, it will be incredible. And Dayton, Ohio, you people are always awesome.
What a great crowd.
Fucking
another strong-ass crowd.
I mean, just you couldn't ask for a better crowd.
Your crowd work was on fire. Your answers to people's shit was killing
work
me.
In the crowd.
Out the gate, which these shows are my favorite because we haven't been able to really work on material for a year. I mean, I've been writing material. I have more material. I just haven't worked on it. I haven't gotten any the verbiage outside of doing it on this podcast or the $20 Chef.
Mm-hmm.
And Dayton is that one of those perfect rooms where it's just like there's something in it where it's like that middle ground. Like if you know how to do crowd, if you can talk with the crowd and be with the crowd and also go in and out of material, seamlessly, then it's just one of the most perfect rooms. And I get so comfortable, I start talking about shit I've never talked about.
Right? It's always I'm always pissed that I don't record my sets there because I always have my best sets there. Like I don't know, just the energy. You're more creative. You know, you had added shit in the moment to bits that will change those bits forever. Like you came up with a whole new ending to the one story that you close with, and I was like, holy shit, write that down.
Yeah.
You got an applause break. People were clapping.
I've never actually just added on a whole nice little chunk to a closer and it just kills.
Yeah, you added like 2-3 minutes to the end of that thing that
pulled out of my ass.
Just destroyed.
And then your talk though with the front row with my man in the Reset jersey was pretty hilarious. And then I did the druggy pocket bit, and I actually had some weed pills in my pocket, and that was kind of funny. I actually had drugs in my pocket in the druggy pocket, so that was kind of fun. I found some other bits I made up some stuff. I was in the zone.
Yeah, that was great.
Loving it. Didn't want to get off. I always like props. I always like when there's non-planned props that are natural. They're like on Aurora, they had a speaker on a fucking dolly, like a rolling dolly, right? So
right.
I've worked production, and I also with Fluffy, I've seen dudes nonstop pushing speakers all over the place as sound and audio guys.
Mm-hmm.
So when they had it there, I just had that go-to thing to just be a dumb fucking push it like I was on the production team from one side of the stage to the other with that long walk that they do. And I just love that shit. Or the sand, we had the hybrid snowman tree at Dayton.
That was a beautiful piece of business.
We both got a little something in on that guy. I was high-fiving him because he's holding his arm out there.
Yeah.
I even used the cleaner down there at the bottom that they leave on the stage, the little mics.
The little Clorox wipes.
Yeah, I cleaned off the Wiley sign in the back to be safe. And that mic sock was hilarious. It was just a great time.
The mic condoms is a new thing. Like, I don't know if those were just invented or if they existed before and nobody used them. But now, you go to some clubs, either they want to switch mics between comedians. Yeah. Like at Helium, they'll give each comedian their own mic and you just unplug and plug in. At Wiley's, they have these freaking condoms. They go over the end of them.
It was like the tip only condom.
I know.
That's what it was. It was a tip only condom.
I was going to put this on with my mouth just to show off.
That would have been hilarious if you would have put that on your mouth, by the way. I love that joke when you came out. That other homie that opened, Lisa Sears came, by the way.
Yeah,
brought us a couple of little gummies.
Yeah, she wore the bunny pajamas from A Christmas Story,
which was awesome.
Yeah,
and then we had our homie open for us that we just met. That kid Wyatt. 2 years into the game. I always like to put people on. I like a lot of times when I get to put them on the spot as opposed to having to say yes or no.
Right.
And then when they want to go up.
Right.
Like if you're him, you probably want to ask to go up, or like, hey, if you got room, I'll not go up, but offer to MC.
Yeah.
Like, I'll MC this thing, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the easiest way to get up. It's like, if you're trying to get stage time, jump out in the MC spot and just become good at it. And people will be happy to let you do it.
Especially when there's no MC scheduled because then we got to do it. Like we did at the Piazza. We came out together, to open the show.
Yeah, we opened for ourselves.
Yeah. But it felt good to, I was a little rusty for sure hitting that Piazza stage. But
you had the pressure there because you just did that. So you had to make sure. There's probably 10 people that was there last time that came to see you that came back again last night.
Yeah. Because I go there every 6 months.
Yeah, but you puts the pressure on you and you went out and just had you had a set.
Yeah. Yeah, I worked on a couple new pieces. I mean, it just felt good to be back in the gym. You know what I mean? It was like you'd been locked out of the gym for a year.
Yeah.
And then you get to go back in there and and throw some iron around finally.
Yeah, with a good crowd.
Yes.
With a good-ass crowd of whatever it was, 60, 70 people spread out in that big-ass room and just be able to do work and have fun with them and just talk shit with them and, whatever. Just having drinks with them and just talking. It's like, hey, listen, I'll talk from up here for an hour.
Right.
Or whatever, 40 minutes.
I don't even care about Christmas now. That was my Christmas, to get to go do 2 shows.
Yeah.
Live in front of people.
Make a little bit of money, not much, but we made enough.
Yeah.
That make it all worthwhile. That like we're not losing money.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But obviously when you have small ass crowds and you can't get big, you can't pack rooms, you're gonna make way less. It's not even close.
For sure.
But it was still so much fun, and it's like back into my element.
Mm-hmm.
Like I missed that's what I was. I'm that guy. I'm the guy that I go into comedy clubs 4 or 5 nights a week. I get my 5 hours on stage at my chops. I'm up there. I'm working. I'm doing what I love the most.
We're like tigers living at the zoo.
Yeah.
During COVID. And we got to actually get on a truck and taken back out to the jungle for a weekend and let us roam free. Now we're back in the zoo.
Thanks to everybody that bought merchandise.
Yep.
A lot of people bought merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
And we took shirts and koozies. Now, we did sell, I don't know, decent amount of koozies the first show, but then we kind of misplaced the box of koozies. So,
we don't know where the box went. We called the venue. Hey, is the box of koozies there? No.
Might have left it in the hotel.
Yeah, we might have left it in the hotel. Maybe there's someone that came to the show that now has 40-some Guns Blazin Cam coolers, which, hey, good for you. If that's the case, if I left them on the floor, hey, they're fair game.
At least sell them for $10, bro. Somebody got to get that money back. But nothing. It was a good weekend. It was just a good weekend. Get to knock off some rust. Get pumped up. You could have you get to grab a couple of moms, kick it by a dumpster. And everybody wins.
It was a win-win for everybody. Everybody had a good time. I know it's tough to get out and risk COVID or whatever, but these shows, these venues, just trust these venues. They're obeying the rules. Like, these venues are not the problem. COVID's rampant, but it's not because people are attending live shows and being spaced out and socially distanced correctly. That part's going well. So
yeah, and if the homies at Piazza are listening, I think you guys' venue is so amazing. The only thing I would suggest is get a photographer in there and fucking show that place off on the internet, man. Because
upgrade your social media.
like I just didn't know what I thought originally that we were gonna have some little tiny ass place that, that it is what it is. I didn't know I was walking into a fucking little fun land.
Yeah, it's
of just awesomeness. Sports books. Seemed like the food. I ate some of the food. I had a salad with some wings and something else.
Yeah,
we had,
and
it was all delicious. The place looked beautiful. It's like exposed brick. I could have lived in that place. I could do my own thing. I would move into that place.
We have cornhole. There was video games. There was
off-track sports bet.
Yeah, and an amazing wall of TVs. I mean, I definitely could live there.
I'd even go look at the upstairs part where they had the line dancing and shit like that.
I didn't either. I was afraid I'd get trampled.
Yeah, no, they were up there. They were going hard.
They were getting down.
And I'm not sure if you know, but when you got a herd of people shuffling. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Doing the sliding, the shuffling, the lefts, the rights, the cha-chas and whatnot.
Yeah.
You don't want to get caught in that.
No. I mean, some of those ladies were afraid. I mean, there was it was shaking the building. I'm not making a size reference. I'm just saying they got down.
Yes.
When they hit
they only weighed $140.
And oh my God, it was synchronized. Everybody stomped at the right time at the exact same moment. Like, I wasn't going to get in the middle of that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get my fucking neck broke.
You're going to get trampled.
During Country Road.
Yeah, well, come on. It's not a safe environment for you up there, especially with no momentum from the herd momentum of the line dance all going north, south, east, and west at the same time.
Yeah, I'm not risking it. I got Christmas coming up.
I'd even go up the steps. All I knew is that when they stopped, obviously the rumbling stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the show ended, when it started, you heard it start. It's kind of like if you ever lived near, I don't know, Cape Canaveral, Florida, when the ship's taking off, the spaceships.
Yeah.
And you live maybe a half mile away in a nice little suburb. but you still feel that ground vibration and shake. It's like that. That's what it was like.
It was.
And I mean, so I saw one guy line dance up and down the stairs. Like I'd never seen anybody utilize parts of the other building.
From Footloose.
Yes, it really was.
They were jumping off the hoods of vehicles and stuff. I don't know how they got the vehicles parked in there, but it was awesome.
He knew the owner.
Yeah. Well,
but also you have to ask yourself, when does line dancing stop? And when does a full-on number begin?
Oh, yeah.
Because that was a number he did. That was he did a number.
It became something else. I think it stopped. He transcended line dancing.
I'll tell you, right when you think you've seen it all, life just shows you really ain't seen nothing yet.
What would you be right now if you were asked to be in a musical? Would you be in a musical?
Would I be in a musical?
And which one would you pick of all of them that are out there? Are you going?
I'm probably just going to have to go. If I'm going to be out of my element, I might as well go full on out of my element. You know what? No, I'm going to be in Stomp.
Oh,
give me a couple of trash can lids, kid.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Watch your boy go to work.
Yeah.
I used to play wiffle ball. We used to use those trash can lids as the backstop. So there was never a question if the ball was a strike or a ball. Oh. When the fucking wiffle ball came flying in and went wham on the metal, you knew you were out, buddy.
I love it.
But I'm going to go Stomp.
Yeah.
What about you?
Probably Book of Mormon. I think I would feel more comfortable in that. But I might go just balls to the wall and do the what's the one with the presidents?
Hamilton.
You
go Hamilton.
I might go Hamilton because I feel like I could fit in there as well, but I don't know which person I would play. Like,
go with the leader.
Hamilton. Oh, just go full on Hamilton?
Yeah. Honestly, my fiance would be mad right now because I've been forced to watch the Hamilton on TV, the 2-parter or whatever.
Yeah.
A handful of times.
Yeah.
And they love plays at my house.
I saw it live, so I can't watch it.
I don't know their names.
Yeah. I can't watch it on TV.
Jefferson, Lincoln, Hamilton.
You got Hamilton. Thomas Jefferson's definitely in there.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that gets in the duel with?
That's the thing. The duel's nice.
Yeah, I want to be that guy.
There's the British guy. Then you got the guy from the British Army.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of moving parts. A lot of what have yous.
Yeah, but I can't watch a musical on TV. I get it. They got to make money on it, just like you know how we got to find ways to make money right now because people can't come to the shows live. But it's the live performance of it that makes it worthwhile.
Yeah,
Hamilton is sick live.
I went to at least 4 plays for the 2 years I was in New York.
Yeah.
One of them I still use the what I got at the snack bar is my weed jar. Waitress. Me and my lady went to Waitress and they give you ice cream or like some kind of like cake and ice cream thing in these little cups for like $5.99.
Oh, that's nice.
But the jar, I was like, this is my new weed jar.
Yeah.
There's no questions here.
That's great. Was it a good musical?
It was. That's Joey McIntyre. That's what I got to flex on my Broadway fucking pole. Old Joey McIntyre was on $20 Chef, and we had a nice time, and he invited me out to watch the play.
Yeah.
You know, and I was, my lady, we'll be there, Joey McIntyre.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
well, you're not going to go. You're not going to not go when Joey McIntyre invites you.
Yeah, he's in the play and he invites you.
Yeah.
So he's even said, come backstage afterwards. There's probably 50, 60 people standing back there, dude, behind the little thing that holds people back from the backstage door. And old Joey McIntyre popped the door open, said what up to everybody, gave the boy the point, called us in. Felt like some real VIP shit.
Nice.
Me and my lady are hanging out on the stage, just chatting it up with old Joey McIntyre.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that was a nice one. That one, that was just maybe I was like, man, this is. I'm just getting lucky as fuck here. But making me look good though. We are dressed up nice, went to a nice ass dinner before, and we had a good ass date night that night. Over here pulling strings, whatever.
Nice.
Listen, I got a fucking wall of strings. I could pull any of them anytime. I'll pull a string right now, Todd.
You're like one of those dog walkers. You have so many strings that you could pull at any given time.
Yes.
Like
the metaphorical version of yes, and I pulled one that night. I pulled one big.
Nice.
Pulled a little string.
Well, you got to. Joey McIntyre.
I was living in the penthouse. You know what I mean? I'm having my little show here. Old Joey comes over to do a little cooking with me. We hit it off.
Is he cool, dude?
He was great.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
Yeah, that's good.
We had a great time.
That's awesome.
That's what I was like, oh, yeah, I'll come hang out, bro.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding? Went to like 4 or 5. I went to at least 4. I think we saw Latham. I have to ask my lady, though. I don't remember the other ones. One of them we left in the middle. And I was pretty pumped about that. So, some of them are great. Some I did that one. I was just like,
why can't that happen with me and Donnie Wahlberg? That's all I want. It's just the one dude I want to hang out with, man.
I think listen, there's baby steps. We've already cracked the group open. You know, I'm buddies with Joey.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I go back to the wall of strings, pull another.
Maybe pull another string so I can hang out with Donnie Wahlberg. It's all I've ever wanted.
Just set it up.
I mean, his performance in Band of Brothers. Come on, he should have won every award possible. Maybe he did. I don't even know.
They should have an award for people who should have got the award but didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the award that those people would get.
Oh, yeah.
But what does it stop?
I'm not even going to mention his work on Blue Bloods. Come on.
We're talking about Tom Selleck here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you get to share the silver screen with Tom Selleck, that's special group of very few amount of special people.
Yeah, not many people have done that.
I mean, you got TC. You know what I mean? TC was there.
Mm-hmm.
The chopper pilot.
Yeah.
Obviously, by the way, why aren't more choppers painting themselves in a custom manner the way that Magnum PI did?
I don't know either. I always think about that. Like, I would, if I had one of those little, like that only fits 2 people in them, like the bubble kind or whatever, I would paint mine to look like a bumblebee because that's what I think of every time I see it. I would just deck it out like a bumblebee. I would have fake wings that go off of it, off the side that really fucking flap when the rotors kick in. I don't know why more people don't do that. I would do that for sure.
I mean, if I have the ability to buy a chopper, I'm gonna have to just swing by the paint shop, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the problem is that the lines are any kind of paint on a chopper is horizontal. We need vertical.
Good point.
They always go with the horizontal paint lines that they separate color.
Mm-hmm.
Magnum PI, he went at like a 45-degree angle, I think, on his lines.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Of the color separation.
I'd probably put fake miniguns on each side too.
That's why I do have, like, listen, we could all sit here and bag on Dan Blazarian all we want to about whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're all Instagram models, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They're paid to be there, whatever, da, da, da. But guess what? This guy grew up in our time as a Gen Xer.
Yeah.
And he watched Magnum PI. He watched A-Team. He watched Fall Guy. He watched $6 Million Man. He watched MacGyver. He watched all these people. And then he became one of them. I mean, if I'm him, how do you get to the level where you start saving people's lives, though? That's the thing. You get all the gear.
Mm-hmm.
You get all the stuff needed. You get the whole operation completely functional, land, air, and sea. All the firepower, all the training, all the funding, all the social media presence. But now, where do we get to go? Like us. We know where we get our missions.
Right.
But we can't share that with him.
No.
And there's no way he's doing the same thing we are. He don't know the people we know.
What we need is some secret billionaire funder, kind of like, like in Magnum PI.
Yeah.
You didn't really know who that rich ass person was. Well, Higgins was the
he was
guy
just
who managed
manager.
the estate.
Yeah. He wasn't the owner. The lady, fun fact, the owner of that showed up twice throughout the entire show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
But you're right. We do need that. Those silent partners, if you will. But they want justice and vengeance just as much as you and I.
Sure. It's just they know, hey, they have their own skill set. That's why they're a billionaire or whatever. But they're not really like a hands-on person. That's what they need us for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The city has trash trucks, and those trucks have drivers. The city officials aren't doing that.
Exactly.
They're funding it, though.
There's generals, and then there's soldiers. We're soldiers.
Exactly. And you know what? Even the generals on some levels, on some other table, are also soldiers.
Agreed.
So it's nothing but a stairway to heaven, if you will.
Yeah, it's a whole career path.
Every time you're a general, you're also a soldier.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind, and you should do well.
I've destroyed my keto diet this week.
Yeah, we went ham.
We went ham. It was kind of nice. I'll tell you what. We We ordered about $60 worth of Taco Bell on the way to Dayton. The back seat was full of burritos. It was so good, though. I mean, how do you? I don't know how anybody trashes Taco Bell. Like I get it. It's not great for you, but who gives a shit?
Yeah,
I mean, it's delicious.
And you know what? I'm a very stern critic of the Taco Bell because I don't think that it technically is Mexican food.
No, but I don't think they try to be.
Yeah. So, but I'll just say, whenever I see when they said the best Mexican food in America was Taco Bell, I was like, all right, okay, I got to step in here. You know what I mean?
Right.
But for the purpose and what it does, and the speed and the heat, it's not.
They know
exactly
exactly how to mesh it together to make it just disgustingly delicious.
I mean, we're talking about this new cheddar chalupa. No free ads.
I mean, come on.
God damn.
They fried that fucker. I mean, it's
some sort of cheesy goodness, and it's just unbelievable. That's an unbelievable taco.
It's an unbelievable taco. I mean, it's huge. For the price you spend, too. I mean, you can get a fuck ton of food there for $10. It's pretty fucking amazing. And we've had pizza. We just fucking tore it up this week. I'm fucking happy about it. Did you lose your charge?
Yes, sir.
But it was worth it. We don't get together that often. We just wanted to go ham. I didn't want to fucking just eat fucking meat all week.
I fly home in like 3 hours or something like that. Yeah, we ate a bunch of shit and then mixed in some good food at on Saturday night. No, Friday night. Saturday I didn't eat. I ate before we got there. I was on the Taco Bell's run.
Yeah.
And that was it. And that was it.
I fucking I got really drunk at the Friday show.
Yeah.
Really drunk.
Yeah, you definitely
probably how we lost
me on that one.
It's probably how we lost the koozies.
It's probably,
if I had to guess.
But you know, it wasn't like we drank heavy after the show. We just had some drinks during the show and then a few shots, and then they send shots up to the stage.
Yeah, it was the shots after too that got me.
Yeah, that guy, the air bar homie Alex, he bought a round of shots or something like that.
Yeah,
Alex played cornhole, and I thought that was like my fight. Like, guys, this is it. I'm done. I'm done. I love everybody here, but Chicago people, they want to get fucking blasted, homie, on another level. Like they want someone, they don't want to remember getting home. Like they don't want to.
No.
That's why I'm just like bobbing and weaving. And I made fun of that dude for getting me Cuervo, which was nice.
I sent you Cuervo on
16
stage.
Here, kid.
Are you sending me what's on special right now? Remember that dude that just walked up to the stage?
Some dude was lit. And he just wanted to be closer to the stage and see the show.
He just stood right in front of everybody's line of sight that was behind him and just sitting there wavering like he was swaying. He was so fucked up during your set.
Yeah.
He was just like standing there. Hey, what are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I had to break into a full investigation. Like, what's going on here, bud? At first, I was like, are you fucking... I thought he was trolling me a little bit.
Right.
I'm this kid trying to troll me right now? Is he being funny?
Yeah.
What are you doing here, bud?
Or you trying to...
You don't want to get into this little fucking... Just because I'm just too sharp at it and I've practiced at it. Like, you can't beat us with a microphone.
No. I mean, there's a reason we're up here and you're not. You're not going to come up here and add any value to the show with whatever you think you were bringing up here.
Yeah.
I thought he had a shot at first, but then I looked and I'm like, no, he's just holding his own drink.
Yeah, I felt like one of those investigators in First 48 where I start off like in my mind, like this guy is definitely the guy that did the killing. You know, he's got bad intentions. He's about to lie and be fucking... And then by the end, I was like, nah, this ain't him.
What if he had pulled out a crossbow? It's
wild. But then we ended up he was kind of being weird. Then I changed the tone on him. I was like, okay, no, but for real, buddy, let's talk about this. Did you just want to be closer to the stage, homie?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I just wanted to be much closer. I think you're really funny, man. I love your stuff. I was like, all right, buddy, you fucking cool. Then you do your thing.
You're blocking everybody's view, but
yeah,
you know.
I was even. It was such a weird encounter, but then he just walked off eventually. But he was lit.
The GM came and got him.
Oh.
Yeah. He swooped in. I was going to give him a microphone. I came up behind him. I was going to give him my microphone. And then I was like, oh, no, he's not even forming words. So I'm just going to back up.
Yeah. No, that dude wasn't forming words. And I started talking all slow to him. Oh, no, my man. What? Well, I'm just trying to learn. Like, help me help you.
Oh shit!
I love that shit happens sometimes.
Yeah, it's got. I mean, it's part of the story.
Bro.
Part of the story.
Yeah.
Fucking, you got to fly out in like 2 hours.
I know.
It's gonna be crazy to be alone here again. I'm back to just my lonedom. That's what I call it.
Todd by himself, chilling out, man.
Well, are you gonna do anything cool for Christmas?
We're gonna do Christmas and we're gonna go to Vermont.
Oh, nice.
Go up there and Terry's son, he's a snowboarder. He's good at snowboarding.
Oh, nice.
So he'll just rip up the mountain.
Are
for
you
a
going
while.
to snowboard?
I went the one time and I decided to go balls to the wall. And I took a hit, bro. Oh. I was hauling asshole down this mountain. I had I got a little bit of the feel earlier, but and then I'm on a heater coming on down, thinking to myself, I'll just lean back and go on, on my butt like everybody. You do that little scrape with the thing,
right?
Which I was learning, And I just ate it face full. I went down face, and my shoulder nails the hard ass mountain doing 50 or whatever. And my shit, I was like, dude, like the whole from under my nipple up to like my collarbone, out to my shoulder, down to my elbow area, like that much of a amount of body was in just agony for like 2 weeks where I couldn't move it. I was all like this. And this was like a month before Rough and Rowdy. And I was like, did I just fuck myself? I had to miss a week of 3 days of training.
Did I just go Andrew Luck myself?
Yeah, exactly, dude. And I couldn't lift my arm up. Like I was busted up after that fall. And I just haven't really had a motivation to get out there. We were filming that shit too. So I was all about it. Like get out there and, fucking have fun in this.
Create some content.
And
dude, I there's no way I could do it today. I'd break something for sure. At the very least, I would be like you. I'd be hemmed up for 2 weeks because every muscle in my body that's not been used for the last 5 years is going to be like, stop what you're doing.
Yeah, you know what I could do though? I could wake up, make breakfast. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Make some coffee. Whoever wants coffee, I'll probably maybe crack open a little bloody beer.
Nice. I like a good bloody beer. I'm glad you brought that up. No one talks about the bloody beer.
It's so good. I'm a big fan of micheladas. Micheladas, that's when you get dumb with it.
Yeah.
It's more of on the line of becomes a Bloody Mary.
You're right.
Because of all the extra stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But michelada, it's like just you get like a chili salt on the rim of the glass, and then you just got tomato, a lot of time I love Clamato, by the way, instead of tomato juice.
Yeah, I'll use Clamato, mix Clamato and beer.
Yep. And then a bunch of lemon or a bunch of lime.
Mm-hmm.
With that, some kind of like spicy salt on the rim of some sort.
If you use Blue Moon and Clamato together.
Are you kidding?
It's great.
Oh, that's a dangerous one. It seems like it would not be.
Because you get a little bit of the citrus in with it. I mean, it's good. That's the last one I had.
Was this a Todd special, or was this on a menu?
No, this was in my backyard.
Okay.
I just had Clamato and Blue Moon because what was that one? Well, the Moon Kissed I created, that drink I created, where it's Sun Kissed and Blue Moon. That is a patio pounder.
From what I understand, Blue, you're in talks with Blue Moon to possibly bottle this.
I mean, we're having some discussions.
Listen, it's just preliminary, early, just hellos.
Right.
Just a couple. What's happening? What's on your minds?
I mean, Sunkist could use the boost. They're not exactly thriving right now. They used to be a monster amongst the soda industry.
Yeah.
And now it's more of just it's got a little cult following. Yeah. But you bring it back with the Blue Moon and we market the Moon Kissed. I mean, come on.
Well, that's why, Big Beverage has been coming at you. Yeah. And I mean, like I walked in the other day when you were meeting with your attorneys and I was just like, wow, this is bigger than ice. Like he's got a team of attorneys in here.
Oh yeah.
He has a marker board. His cuffs are rolled up. Like your tie was loosened.
Mm-hmm.
I had a briefcase. You were in like a war zone in there with your attorneys.
I had an old school briefcase.
Yeah, you came with an old school briefcase.
Not one of those leather ones that people carry around now that just open at the top like a shopping bag. This had the old the clamps that you thumb down.
You got your 4 fingers on the outside of the suitcase, thumbs reaching in, popping suitcase locks. Open up.
Let's go.
Let's get to business.
We here to make a deal or what?
Let's get to business.
The Moon Kiss is great. If you don't remember, you just add enough Sun Kiss just to add the orange flavor. That's all you need to it, and it's delicious. But you should try next time you have Blue Moon around, hit it with some Clamato.
I need to do that. That's and again, I think I speak for all of the Guns Blazin Podcast listeners. We're behind you on this 110%.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We see, we know that Blue Moon as a company, they see the value in the Sunkissed. It's got to be head over heels.
Oh yeah.
If this goes to market,
come on,
you're the head man on this. I'll be honest. They better start opening up shell companies. Still gonna start funneling off cash.
We're going to have to. Yeah, we're going to need some Swiss bank accounts.
And which we will get to that. But that's like 4 or 5 letters deep. We got to get through a series of shell companies.
We're going to need a proxy server. We're going to need
definitely firewalls.
Yeah. We're going to need several firewalls. I feel
big time firewalls.
And we're going to need definitely some like overseas. We need some fronts. We need some business fronts.
We can go right to Taiwan.
Yes. Yeah.
You can really go. I mean, listen. Before we even get to the Swiss. We have to go through Taiwan, probably come back to Antigua. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe possibly St. Kitts or Nevis. Then we're moving over, to Switzerland.
Yeah. That's where it all is.
Good luck. If you get through all those loopholes to get to our Swiss accounts,
then you deserve it.
Yeah, you deserve Take
it. Just take it.
Just ask for it, man. I'll give it to you.
But our web is way too complicated for you to ever infiltrate. I can tell you that.
Imagine being a tick on a big, fat, huge spider web.
Yeah.
Like if you're a human
server. We got a proxy server.
It's firewalls.
And firewalls. Let's go.
We got antivirus softwares.
We
block pop-ups.
We don't create our own password. We let the computer suggest the password for us. That's how complicated our passwords are.
Yeah.
The ones that looks like, hieroglyphic code, that's our password.
Even if put a gun to my head, they're like, yo, what's your password? I'll be like, motherfucker, I don't know. It's the one the computer gives us.
And I just copied and pasted.
That's it, dude. I just hit save, man. I got iCloud, bro.
I can't memorize that shit. Have you seen it? It's fucking 473 characters long.
I'm madly in love with my woman. I don't even know her phone number, buddy.
That's right. You expect me to memorize a computer-generated password?
Have some respect, man. Do a little research. Do your homework.
You're just going to have to shoot me then.
Straight up, dude. And guess what? That's where it is, Todd. That's where it was also. And guess what? That's where it's going to be.
It's just like Mr. Nakatomi there at the party. When Hans had the gun on him there, Die Hard. He was like, I can't open the vault. That's how I go down. I don't know the password. Shoot me. That's how you bulletproof your system. That's how you provide security and protect your system. Is they know if they get in there, they're going to have to kill us because there's no way to get the information.
And here's the deal. I have sealed, signed affidavits. You know what I mean? I have affidavits.
You have affidavits.
They're signed. They're sealed. These affidavits.
There you go.
And that is, we're talking about a body of a chunk of factual evidence brought on and obviously covered in these affidavits.
Yeah.
So
that are signed, by the way,
and sealed. Okay. We went through the circuit, the Ninth Circuit Court. We went through the city courts, county.
Yeah.
Village courts. It's a very small court system. No one even knows.
Right.
But it's outside of city and county and federal and state. It's village courts.
Yeah.
You can't even wear shoes when you go in there.
There's the neighborhood courts.
The neighborhood courts.
And then just your street court.
Yeah, my block. Your block courts.
Your block.
That's what we need to do.
All the way down.
Again, I think that
the lowest common denominator.
All the way to the house. The high court in the house. The residential high court.
Yeah.
Boom. You win there, you go to the block court. You win there, you go to the whatever. What was the next one?
Your street
court.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Then your neighborhood court.
Uh-huh.
Then your village court, town court, city court, county court, state court, federal court. That's how it should go.
And then after that, we'll go international if we have to.
And then exactly. Now we're going to international court.
We'll go to the NATO court. They probably got one.
Let's go to NATO.
I don't know.
Let's go to NATO.
Let's go. We'll take it all the way to NATO.
I have signed affidavits here.
I like to say that whenever someone, like, if I'm at I'm having a dispute at a Chinese restaurant with maybe the owner.
Yeah.
I will pull the NATO card a lot. I'll just be like, hey, do you want me to take this to NATO? What we bring in the UN, and then we'll see.
They have a rough record with the UN.
Mm-hmm.
There's a very different moral compass over there with their military.
Different. I bring in a bunch of UN caravan comes rolling through here.
Dude.
Then I bet you freshen up the fucking crab meat.
The crab
on here.
Yeah.
You're not gonna,
the fried rice.
I'm gonna have to deal with cold crab meat if the UN rolls in here.
Guess
20
what?
vehicles deep.
Have you heard of a little organization called NATO, sir? They will be involved. The UN will show up.
Mm-hmm.
We need the fried rice at a certain temperature. And that's just by law. Like, that's just the basics of humanity.
Yeah. That's for everyone's protection.
You don't serve cold fried rice.
No.
A good combo seafood fried rice,
and
you serve it cold. Organizations at least they have the right to show up.
I mean, I can see some of the rice is already turning a dark brown on the edges, like on the edge of the container holding the rice. These are dark brown. Mm-hmm. Like, this has been here too long.
It's been sitting.
Too long. Let's change it out. I need some fresh rice. Don't make me call the UN.
You run a tight ship.
Mm-hmm. I've always wanted my own Chinese buffet. I feel like it would change everything, because it would also be like a sports bar, because the Chinese restaurant always has the buffets always have the same motif. It's like that patterned carpet, that you would find in like a 1930s hotel, and then that old wallpaper, and it's real dark, and there's little red based candles there, whatever. I'm gonna open that shit up. I'm fucking TVs all around.
Okay.
We got the game going.
All right.
The buffet runs through the middle.
Okay.
It's okay. So all the seating is around it, and you just work your way in. Boom, boom. You have clear line of sight. Any game that's showing on this wall is showing on the opposite wall. So depending on what side of the buffet you're
so
on.
if you're eating orange chicken, you can watch the Browns play.
Yes.
If you're on the other side, you got the low main, Colts game's on.
Yeah. There you go. I mean, I think it's great. Everybody thinks wings and pizza when they think sports bar, but let's mix it up. Let's go with the Chinese sports bar.
Why are we fighting it?
I don't know.
Why does it matter? We know what we want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
It's Chinese food.
Yeah. I want Chinese food all the
Chinese
time.
Food. That's the thing. We should just have. They should drop the name. They don't ever say. Do they say American food in China?
I don't think they do.
We're having American food. Do they say that or no?
I don't know. I don't think that. I've never heard that.
Have you ever hung out for any periods of time in China where they talked about American food, possibly?
Not since the Cold War.
Okay. So it's probably a lot of things have changed since
then. Right.
Yeah.
I think before that, they were there. They wouldn't even let our food there. We had to bring it in, and it was like black market food. I mean, you had to go through the Yakuza in Japan to even, like, they were controlling all the black market American food. Like, if you wanted a hot dog, it was expensive because it was taxed by the Yakuza to even get it through port there down to China.
And look, you're going through all of that, but you just never happen to be around anybody that said, let's go get some American food.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's weird? You know what's used to be really big in China that's not anymore, which is weird? American massage parlors.
Yeah.
There used to be a lot of American massage parlors in China.
That's wild.
And guys would love to go there, because in China, you don't get a happy ending at your massage parlors.
What do they do?
It's just a regular massage. I don't know why that got started here, why the happy endings occur here from China.
Yeah.
The American massage parlors is where you get happy endings. It's like it's weird, bizarre.
I wonder what if they got. Let's say they got a little restaurant there of American food. What's going to be the ringer? What's going to be the big seller? You think?
Oh, probably. Jeez.
What's the American dish that's going to be the front and center of your menu? Bam! Come here and eat.
I think it's the Coney dog.
You're going Coney dog.
I think that's something that we offer that nobody else does. Just a sloppy ass Coney dog with chopped onions on top of it. I mean, that's probably that's going to be our General Tso's.
Yeah.
It's the universal thing you always get at the American restaurant in China.
I would go with an In-N-Out burger. But maybe deep fry it and then and then put it on a stick.
Oh, so you're going to kind of combine the cultures a little bit.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I gotta go simple. I mean, you're right. I got a little bit away from myself there.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna go. I would have to flop that big fat cheeseburger right there in the front.
Yeah.
And I would go the In-N-Out style because of the organization, the cleanliness of it.
Yeah.
And it comes looking like that.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't come looking like, it's like that scene we were talking about today in Breaking, the Michael Douglas film.
Oh, and Falling Down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he's like, this does not look like that. Puts the whole fucking place up against the wall. He's just all of a sudden doing it.
Uh-huh.
You know what? Give me a burger. I really feel that, dude. It's like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, what he said, man. But don't kill nobody, bro. But I hope you get a better looking cheeseburger than we just got.
I'm not putting any items in my American restaurant in China that can be eaten easily with chopsticks either. Because it's going to be, I want you to have to use the fork. Like when you're in China at the American restaurant, they will try to be cool in the same way that we will use chopsticks at a Chinese restaurant here. They'll use a fork there. And then other people will look at them like, oh my God, look how good that guy is with a fork. Like I don't even want to pick up my fork. I'm going to embarrass myself. Nervous. Yeah. Like it's the same way. I mean, it's a mirror image over there of the culture swap. Because I do like to show off that I can use chopsticks pretty well. I'll break them out.
Me too, dude.
I go on a date, I'll purposely go somewhere where you have to use chopsticks so that she realizes how cool and cultured I am.
I'm reaching over places. I'm reaching over across the table, picking up. Yeah. Oh, you don't want this wasabi? Wham! I'm picking it up over here. I'll get the biggest, heaviest piece carried around like just showing off with the sticks.
I'll pick up the pitcher of beer by the handle with my chopsticks, and I will pour her glass and then set the pitcher back
with your chops. I mean, that's a skill set that almost can't be taught.
People don't know that you can get pitchers of beer at the Chinese restaurants.
Oh, they have pitchers of beer there, and they use chopsticks. Like you can use You do it at least. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure that that's what everybody else is doing, but I know that that's just how good at it.
I use chopsticks for everything there. I wiped my ass one time I pooped there, and I used the chopsticks.
You just wrap the paper on the sticks
to tear the toilet paper. I roll it down, and I just start rolling the toilet paper, so it becomes like a big Q-tip. Almost what it looks like, but it's a ball of toilet paper at the end of my chopsticks. I wipe my ass, boom, in there, and then flush with the chopsticks. I mean, I go all out.
That's a skill set.
Mm-hmm. I go all out. I'll answer my phone with the chopstick.
That's a skill set. And I guess you're so precise with it that you know that no shit got on your sticks.
Oh, absolutely.
That you don't even wash the sticks off when you go back to the table.
Yeah.
Because you know there's nothing wrong. Because there's nothing on them. Because you're fucking smooth.
Because I got skills.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Answer my phone with the chopsticks.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm. I'll play a touch tune song while in there. And just.
Do you ever drop like a cloth from the tops and use that as like a tool to like catch a ball or something like that with the sticks?
Oh, yeah.
Like a little piece of cloth at the end of the sticks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that way, almost like a lacrosse-ish kind of feel.
Oh, yeah.
But with the chopsticks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I respect that.
You got to. I mean, it's showing your appreciation for their culture, for one. It's showing that, you took some time to invest in eating the way that they would expect you to eat if you were in their country. And they do the same over there. Like I said, they struggle with the fork. It's tough for them. But, when you see a Chinese person really master the fork and use it correctly, I mean, it'll bring a tear to your eye. It's beautiful.
And that I think what's going to happen is it's going to shoot up the charts of popularity as far as the culture and the direction of people who don't have any.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people in a lot of countries that they have they want to go in their own direction.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, they were confused at first. You would see, like you used to see, those commercials where they try to raise money for stuff over there.
Yep. Over where?
In China.
Yes.
Sally Struthers used to do them, I think. And they would just show Chinese people like trying to eat their soup with the fork because they didn't understand. They didn't get it, and they were just struggling. But, we've since, we've invested a lot in education over there. We've gone over, we've taught them to use forks, and it's really changed things for them, I feel like.
So do you think that there's going to be a weight gain in the next generation to come due to the fact that they can shove way more food in their face now?
I think so.
Like Americans?
That was the only thing keeping them small as a people, I think. It's just, obviously.
You get tired of the sticks.
Yeah. You can only pick up so much food with the chopstick.
Yeah.
I mean, have you tried to eat a bowl of rice with chopsticks? I mean, it takes a long time.
Unless it's a good sticky rice, then it's pretty easy. But other than that, you have to, also you have to give it to them for being open to it, just letting this rip. You know what I mean? Let the fork rip, get fat like us. You know what I mean? Get in our fatness levels.
Right. And even like
I can shovel.
They're starting the
food.
Women there, when they bun the hair back and they would put the chopsticks in there to hold it together. Now they're using forks. You'll see them sometimes with forks. So it's really catching on. The culture's, expanding.
Do you take any, does it weigh on you as a human when you actually sit and think about the change you've created culturally in such a one of the strongest groups of people to ever have, to ever be a regime or to be a people, a culture?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think it's important because
let's take that one out at the 104 mark.
It's all about sharing with the world. The more we learn about them, the more they learn about us. The less likely we are to kill each other, I feel like.
It's true, and I think that if you had a Chinese buffet at your house right now, I would be the happiest guy in the world.
Right?
I'd be the happiest guy in the world. I'd go right to the egg rolls first. Give me the egg rolls.
That's the first thing we got to do if we get rich.
I'm going to wait for the guy to come out with the pan of fresh-ass hot egg rolls. He dumps them on top. I watch which side he pushes them to. I go for the fresh egg rolls out the gate.
Why does everybody that's not super rich have a Chinese buffet in their house at all times with the whole staff to attend it and keep food rotating in and out?
Yeah, with one of those big hot plate circles, Mongolian barbecue.
Let's go.
Throw the Mongolian guy in there too, because it's only that, that's like a $10,000 thing. But you get that guy that circles and he's rolling with the big chopsticks, dude. Hitting the soy sauce, coming in hot with the splashes of water, doing the noodles separately and shit. Doing the full circle. I watched the guy just work his way around the whole block, just fucking it up, making bomb-ass meals. That could be.
I don't want to go spoon my own portions into the bowl, though. I'm going to pay somebody to do that for me.
Okay.
I'll just yell out.
Oh, what you want?
Get some of the chili pepper in there. Yeah. Hey, get a spoonful of chili pepper.
The dragon sauce.
Have them do it. The dragon sauce. Yeah. And then I'll have them hand it to the chef to prepare it. But I would if I had a pool house, if I'm rich, I have this, of course I have one of those infinity pools,
of course.
Because I live on the side of a cliff.
I mean, that's a given. People know, they know how you get down.
And around it where the pool house is, there is a Chinese buffet in the middle now. So I have a full bar, on one side where there's two bartenders at all times. And then as it comes off in an L, there's a Chinese buffet here in the middle portion that's always, rotating in fresh food. And then as it comes out to form the U with the other bend, then I think that is just
what is it?
It's a dessert. It's going to be frozen yogurt. It's froyo.
Okay. Froyo
/
got the sprinkles, the chips.
Pie place. There's fresh pie and frozen yogurt at all times.
Okay, yeah, got to have that. I mean, that's
in the
to
mornings,
be a respectable establishment. People know they're going to come and get what they want at any time. You got to have those pies.
In the mornings, it's donuts and frozen yogurt, but we switch it to pie at lunchtime.
There's going to be a selection with some jelly filled, because it's a standard. You set a mark. You come with jelly donuts. You're going to come with powdered donuts. a chocolate donut.
I love a good jelly donut.
Now, as a 22-year veteran of the police force, how qualified, like let's say that donut taster, donut critic, donut, respected positions in the donut media paid a lot. Let's say they paid $300K to be part of it.
Right.
Do you think that the retired police officer would be the group of humans that would probably most easily mesh into a said organization that really rates the donuts? And do you think that could be, is in question B, is the police's love for the donut, is it instinctual? Is it part of the game? And is this why more retired police will be on the donut coalition than just a regular citizen who would apply?
Yeah, a lot of people think you just acquire the taste of donuts from being a cop.
Yeah,
I think it's the other way around. I think that the cop industry is just attracting people that were born to love donuts.
Yes,
I mean you don't just like donuts, you love donuts. So it's just something you're born with. It's in your DNA, and then that also attracts the same person to being a cop. I mean, so it's just by
now, from what I understand, it's kind of a fairly regular thing to cops to peel off of a car chase and head over to the donut shop. Am I right?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's times where you'll just peel off one car because you have several cars in the pursuit.
Yeah.
So then you have to designate. Usually you'll pick somebody who's running low on gas anyway.
Yeah.
And you just sound off. Hey, I'm gonna have to fill up soon. Okay, cool. You go get a couple dozen. On your way, and then get back into the pursuit. And then you have to make sure too that person has a fast, clean car, because you have to be able to get beside the other cop cars during the pursuit to have your partner hand donuts out of the window.
Yeah,
to go. That's for the longer pursuits.
Yes. I mean, well, and that's one good thing about those styles. The Taurus was notorious for that it was much easier to hand off things from window, from passenger to driver side window.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
that's all helped with the invent of power windows, because when you had to hand crank the windows down, and I mean, there were a lot of crashes then during
donuts,
pursuits. Yeah. But now with the power windows, it changed the pursuit forever because the donut handoff is seamless now.
And I feel like I saw some plans recently from from the donut newsletter, and they're getting bags now that are they're going to hold the donut in place, but it's also shaped like a football so that you can throw the packages from a couple lanes away if you're in if cops are in a police chase. But obviously Rodriguez and Smith in lane 3, they need donuts.
Oh, I like that.
You're McComas and Latham over here lane 1. We have extra donuts.
Right.
But we're in a car chase, but I need to get those donuts over to Rodriguez and Smith.
Oh, I love that.
So now the bag is more as a football. It's going to still hold the donut in place. And you can throw it now into other cop cars in the police chase.
Wow. I mean, that's a game changer, because what we were doing up to that point, and we were the first to do this, but at your time, you could order your ASPs, the collapsible batons.
Yes.
The batons. You could order them with this little half clip on the end. It's like a little hook, right? Kind of like a dog leash, the thumb release hook. You know how you hook in thing with that? You could get those on the end of the asp. So then everyone could take their asps out and extend them and then hook them together to form a giant pole. So you would slide the donut, by the hole on one end of the asp. Oh. And once you had gotten the asp pole to the other window of the other car, then you would start sliding the donuts on one at a time.
Okay.
And then just tilt it up so that they would slide down the pole into the other car.
Okay. I like that. So you got like a little, almost like a paper towel rack.
Yeah.
But of donuts.
Yeah.
It's like a big kebab, but you're just picking whatever's next is your donut.
Right.
You're coming off the line hot.
And that's why donuts have holes in them.
That's why.
Part of and then, I mean, a lot of people tried to link that to Lincoln. They tried to give Abraham Lincoln the credit for the hole in the donut, which never, I mean, but I don't know if I buy it or not. But maybe I'm biased because I'm a cop. I think it was invented for cop pursuits and sharing the donuts. But
I think it was.
But Lincoln does predate that, and they say that Abraham Lincoln, when he was in the balcony at the Ford Theater and he was watching the play, he wasn't a big popcorn guy. He enjoyed an array of donuts. Now we do know that's true. I mean, he would always have be surrounded by donuts there in his balcony. But they say that when he was shot from behind, he was actually donuts didn't have holes then. That's the only thing.
Yeah,
they were just more like a pastry, a solid pastry. But when he was eating...
A pastelle, if you will.
Yes. He was taking a bite, they say, the moment he was shot. And when the bullet passed through his head, it went through the donut, creating a hole in the middle. And, they say when that was found at the crime scene afterward, they say that the police officers there, out of tribute to their favorite president of all time, they changed the donut from now on. The donut's going to have a hole in the middle.
That's a very brave
story.
story.
Abraham Lincoln. So it does involve cops too. So maybe I like to think that's a beautiful story. So I like to think it's true, but I don't know. It's like the game of telephone. Once the story gets passed on, you don't know how much it gets exaggerated.
Don't put it on me. But don't kill the messenger.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you guys can Google it at home, come to your own conclusions. But we've given you the two strongest
cases.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, I don't know how, after hearing all of that, you're still not on this side of the fence on this situation.
I know.
How you'd be on the other side is almost mind-boggling.
It's almost offensive. To be honest.
It's a real head scratcher.
Yeah. Well, we got to get you to New York, brother.
All right, homie.
This has been fun.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Thanks for coming and hanging out all week, dude.
Hell yeah, we got to have get some podcasts here in the McComas studios. And let's get back to work. Monday morning coffee sesh.
Next project, Patreon. We're knocking out this wall that separates the weight room and this studio.
He's gonna make the studio bigger, but he's also gonna have weights in his studio, so that can be funny. Make people lift weights and shit.
Yeah, we'll have bench press contests.
All right, brother.
All right, man. We're out.